to me. Yeah.
Life for none of us has been a crystal stair, but we must keep moving. We must keep going. If you can't fly, run. If you can't run, walk. If you can't walk, crawl. But by all means, keep moving.
Welcome to the Johnny Binder Show, everyone. Just a reminder that the views and opinions expressed by guests and clips presented on this program are their own and do not represent the views of the Johnny Binder Show. The content provided is for informational and commentary purposes only. The show makes no claim of veracity or independent verification, so viewer discretion is advised. So thank you again for joining us tonight from whichever social media platform you are watching us on, whether it be Facebook, TikTok, Twitch, or Facebook, Twitch, Talk, YouTube, Twitch, or Twitter, X. There I am. Please like, subscribe, follow, share the message, share the wealth, and join us in the comments. We always want to know your thoughts. So we're getting ready. Tonight's conversation is not going to be easy. We're talking about audio recordings, video evidence, and autopsy findings and courtroom verdicts. We're talking about the family still in search of answers and communities demanding accountability. So tonight we will return to the case of Nolan Wells and the newly released CETO audio. We will also examine the fatal police shooting of Corey Ruiz and revisit unanswered questions about the death of baby Cohen and the Karmelo Anthony case. So different cases, different circumstances, different evidence, but one question connects them all. Where is the justice? So before we enter these difficult conversations, for those who have been with us for a while, you know we start with prayer and motivation. We do it intentionally because when we talk about death, injustice, violence, failure of institutions, these conversations need clarity, wisdom. We need strength. We need courage to face difficulty without hopelessness. So prayer prepares our heart, motivation prepares our mind, and together they prepare us to confront tough topics, hard questions, and continue to fight without losing our purpose or humanity. So wherever you are tonight, take a moment to settle your spirit and let us pray.
Today I want to thank you, God, for perspective. So many times in my life, I looked at the places I haven't been, the things I haven't received, or the people I can't hug no more, talk to no more. And I prayed you would heal me and strengthen me, because I don't like the feeling of missing nothing. I don't like the feeling of emptiness. But today, I looked at my life and I realized that after everything I lost and everybody I lost, everything I just haven't seen yet, through all of it, you kept me here. You found a reason for me to still be able to enjoy precious moments, to still be able to go get what's next. So today, I thank you, because this morning you thought it was a good idea for me to still be here. And for that alone, I'm grateful. Today, I'm a walk in power and in purpose. Thanks to you. Amen.
This is a prayer for your daughter. Whether she's still in your arms or already walking into her own world, this is your moment to speak life over her. Take a deep breath and let's go boldly before the throne together. Heavenly Father, I bring my daughter before you right now. She is a gift, pure, beautiful, and full of potential. You knit her together in the secret place. You wrote her story before I ever knew her name. And today, Lord, I speak your covering over her life. Surround her heart with your peace. In a world that wants to define her worth by appearances, remind her that she is chosen, not because of what she looks like, but because of who she belongs to. Give her a heart that's tender to your spirit, but fierce in the face of injustice. Let her know she was born for more than just fitting in. She was born to stand out, to stand strong, to stand in faith. I declare over her, she will not be swayed by the lies of the enemy. She will walk in truth. She will know who she is and whose she is. She is a daughter of the King. She will not beg for love because she is already deeply loved. She will not chase acceptance because she is already fully accepted. God, raise up in her a spirit of courage, a hunger for righteousness, a joy that cannot be stolen. Let her voice be bold, her heart be soft, and her feet be ready to follow you wherever you lead. If she ever wanders, call her back swiftly. If her heart ever breaks, hold her tighter than I ever could. Give her godly friends who lift her up. Shield her from relationships that would damage her soul. Let her dreams be shaped by heaven, not by the pressure of culture. Remind her every single day she was made for purpose. She is not an accident. She is not acceptance because she is already fully accepted. God, raise up in her a spirit of courage, a hunger for righteousness, a joy that cannot be stolen. Let her voice be bold, her heart be soft, and her feet be ready to follow you wherever you lead. If she ever wanders, call her back swiftly. If her heart ever breaks, hold her tighter than I ever could. Give her godly friends who lift her up. Shield her from relationships that would damage her soul. Let her dreams be shaped by heaven, not by the pressure of culture. Remind her every single day she was made for purpose. She is not an accident. She is not
And that's
biggest problem in Black America is low self-esteem. Somebody's watching this right now, can't help themselves. Who's he think he is? See, that's not, somebody watching this just had to catch themselves. It's unconscious, it's self-hate. You don't know me, why wouldn't you just be clapping? Oh, whatever he's doing, that's great. It's a signal for what I can do. Fantastic. Why would there be any hint of negativity? But if I have low self-esteem, hurt people. So if I don't like me, I'm not gonna like you. Yeah. If I don't feel good about me, I'm not gonna feel good about you. If I don't love me, I don't have a clue how to love you. And if I don't have a purpose in my life, I'll make your life a living hell.
We declare our right on this earth to be a man, to be a human being, to be respected as a human being by any means necessary.
We didn't hear it, Brother Sister Catherine.
okay. Well, I could hear it. Daniel, can you nod if you were able to hear it, or give me a thumbs up?
I heard the guy before then, but Malcolm, come on, I didn't hear him.
Okay, well, we're fine now. As long as you can hear me, we're good to go. Welcome to the stage, y'all. Minister Johnny Binder from San Antonio.
Thank you, ladies and gentlemen. I'm more than glad to be here. This is at the Johnny Binder Show with my COO and producer, and with Pastor Graves, a great pastor. Whoever else comes, I think I have some people in the back office. Thank God for them. Ladies and gentlemen, this is the Johnny Binder Show. It's God's show. Johnny Binder is nobody without God. Like Jesus said, I'm nothing without my Father. That's me too. I'm nothing without my Father. That slave name don't belong to me. It was given to me by my mother and my father. My real name is Dr. David Jeremiah. My spiritual name, but my slave name is Johnny Binder Jr. This at the Johnny Binder Show. Thank y'all. You will see the movie soon. The Redemption of the American Gangster by Martha Reed Preston and Johnny Binder. And we're putting the movie out not just to make money, but to save lives. But this show is about knowledge, wisdom, understanding, freedom, justice, equality, food, clothing, shelter, love, peace, and joy. This is what we do. We are solution-based. We're not gossip-based. We're not snitch-based, dry snitch-based, character assassination-based. We're not evil-based. We're not mad at somebody, jealous of somebody. Whatever y'all do, do it. God will deal with you. And whoever don't like me, ain't a lot of people, but the few people that don't. My player haters is my elevator. So the more you hate on me, the more God gonna bless me. So please, you that hate, please hate me. I have no problem with it. That's your stupidity and your ignorance because you mad at me because I'm doing something you don't know how to do. So that's on you. Pastor, I almost called him Pastor. Willie D from the Ghetto Boys, me and Captain went on there 3 times with him, and we were successful with millions of people. And he opened up my show the 3rd time I went on it, the Johnny Bonder Show. Catherine didn't know it, I didn't know it. He say, let it out the bag. And for tonight, we'll play it to show you that I never was looking for this. God put me here through Brother Willie D, and God put it on Brother Willie D mind to get me and Captain on this show. Because we've been swimming and swimming and swimming and swimming ever since we've been here. We've been learning and learning and learning. And we've had some great people, and we're going to keep going forward. We've done touched over 20 million people, and we're going to keep on doing that. So, ladies and gentlemen, we thank you for coming out. TikTok, you've been great. Facebook, you've been great. YouTube, you've been great. Twitter, you've been great. We thank you. Did I miss anybody, Catherine?
No, I believe
Twitter?
that was it.
Okay. So we love you for coming out. So again, ladies and gentlemen, this show tonight is powerful. Catherine, I can't see right now. Can you tell them what the name of the show is, please?
Audio, video, autopsy, and verdicts. But where is the justice?
You need to say that again. I don't think they heard you. Say that again.
Audio, video, autopsies, verdicts. But where is the justice?
Ladies and gentlemen, we need some justice. It's too much going on with us. A 1-year-old baby in Walmart gone because Walmart's so rotten. They call in on some diapers and some silly officer come pawpawing in a car and pawpawed in the passenger side where the lady put the baby up and the dummy still shot over there. And he ain't fired yet. Be on a paid vacation. Then turn around, Abe, whatever he is, pawpaw one of our little brothers in the back doing nothing. Picked up a bottle of water and put it back down. So it's so much going on. Then at Old Navy, they know it's a thing in the clothes. All you gotta do is let the people gonna go home. Ain't nothing in Old Navy worth $1,000. That old junk. It ain't nothing why it's Old Navy. Ain't nothing in there but some junk. And they turn around and unalive 2 people by chasing the car. The little 2 little children, they don't know what they're doing. They get out the car, they run across the street, and both of them unalive. I think 15, 16, or 14 and 15 for some stupid, ignorant police officer that's a Ku Klux Klan and systemic racism, because if it had been somebody white, he would have would have did it. It's nothing but some junk. So what are you chasing it for? Go get some robbers, some unalive people. Go get you somebody and leave these children alone. And if you can't pray for them, let them alone, man. That don't make no sense what you did. I'll be at the city council on Tuesday, and I don't know who you are, but I'm going to tell the mayor, I need to know your name because you need to be fired. No pay, you don't need no nothing. You need to be gone because you're a silly fool to do what you did, to chase them people down, make them wreck the car, then the children jump out running and get run over because you want to chase the car because they black, driving while black. We understand. So again, ladies and gentlemen, we have to stop the stupidity and the ignorance. And you young people, listen to me. They don't like you. Most of the police, you got some good police, 50, 60%. Then you got some bad ones. So you got to stop putting yourself in the position to deal with them. I know, I've been there, I've done that. I'm a hip hop pastor since 2012 with Pastor C.L. Jackson. I know a lot of people talking about what hip hop mean. The children think they're hip, I hop them over to Jesus. So come on. Leave America alone. Come to God. Get in Proverbs. Read one every day. It's 31 of them. Come on to this show and learn knowledge, wisdom, and understanding, freedom, justice, equality, food, clothing, shelter, love, peace, and joy. TikTok, that's what it's about. Thank all of y'all for coming on TikTok. Y'all did 10,000 2 times in a row in 1 week, went up to 20,000 in 4 hours. So we thank you, TikTok, for all of y'all coming on, for y'all joining us, for y'all helping us, for Ronald Ray helping us, the lawyer, my partner, my friend, my colleague, and for Nick, my brother. Thank y'all. Nick, for doing what y'all do. We need y'all. So again, TikTok and Facebook and Instagram and Twitter and all of you, the subject today is what, Catherine?
Audio, video, autopsies, verdicts. But where is the justice?
Boom. Let's get started.
Okay, fam. Welcome, Pastor Apostle Daniel Graves. Apologies. I want to make sure I get your title right. So now we will return to the Nolan Wells case and the newly released sea tow recording from the boat his friends used to leave Horn Island. So these caller reports that the Blige pump has stopped working and that the boat is filling with water. But the mechanical emergency is not the only reason this recording is receiving so much attention right now. It is in the background. You can hear voices that appear to say, "Oh my God, Nolan, get up, Nolan, don't die, Nolan." Those words are raising an obvious and deeply troubling question, like, was Nolan actually near or aboard the boat when this call was actually made? Also, the caller appears to be hesitant when he's asked how many people are on board before answering like 7. His speech sounds slurred, and listeners have questioned whether alcohol or another form of impairment may have been affecting his ability to accurately describe what was happening. So it is also notable that the group contacted a private towing service and appeared to be reluctant to involve the Coast Guard, even though they were reporting that the boat was taking on water and potentially sinking. So a lot of questions. None of these observations by themselves proves what happens to Nolan, and the audio can be difficult to interpret at times. So investigators, I'm sure, are looking to identify the speakers and examine the full recording alongside whatever GPS data they have and other evidence. But the recording does raise a serious question that can't be dismissed as a routine request for a tow. And you'll go, when we listen to it too, you will notice how the caller is able to provide like specific information about the location of the boat. But when he was asked how many people were on board, he was completely stumped. So now we will go to that. And everybody listen carefully. If I have to replay it, Pastor, say something, and I can stop and I can re-roll back just for clarity for this particular session.
From my Club, Fight Plus News, I'm Janaba.
CTO Assistance, Vicky speaking. How can I help you? Of course. How far is the word coming up, sir?
Breaking news coming out of Mississippi. A little over 20 days after Nolan Wells' disappearance and death, there now appears to be a major break in the case that the public is finally hearing. Yesterday, we will release an extended version of the audio call his friends would make to the Sea-Tow company when they alleged they were having issues with their boat and was sinking.
Okay, how many adults on board?
There are 0 adults on board.
There's nobody on board the boat?
No. Nobody here is over the age of 21.
Sir, that was not the question.
Now, this version we shared, originally obtained by TMZ, would only capture when you first hear the driver of the boat speak with the operator. Now, late Saturday night, local outlet WLOX would go on to release a completely unedited version of the call provided by the Mississippi Department of Maritime Resources. And in the first few seconds appears for some that not only Wells was on the boat with his friends when they left Horn Island, that he also appeared to have passed away amongst them. At the top of the call, while hold music played, you can hear panic from an unidentified young woman who appears to say Nolan, followed by, "Oh my God." Now, as the driver of the boat tries to explain the situation regarding the boat itself, you would then hear a male voice in the background seemingly yell, "Wake up, wake the F up."
CTO Assistance, Vicky speaking. How can I help you?
Hey, we're at the west tip of Horn, and our bilge pump stopped working. We're sinking. Can y'all please come? We have a membership.
All right, of course. How far is the water coming up, sir?
Now, of course, due to the conversations in the background not taking place a part of the actual call, the way some are hearing this could be challenged by those who choose not to see it that way. Now, as an attempt to better make out the background chaos, we will remove the hold music at the beginning in an edited version.
To connect you.
Detail assistant, Vicky speaking. How can I help you?
Hey, we're at the west tip of Horn, and our bilge pump stopped working. We're sinking. Can y'all please come? We have a membership.
All right, of course. How far is the water coming up, sir?
Now, to note, we as well personally can't help but to hear what many are now picking up, as well as potential's final moments, now that this version of the tow call has been released. Now, for some, as the call continued, there appeared to be other questionable moments in the background for listeners, as the boat driver, identified as Wyatt Pyron, continued to speak with the operator. Like at the end of the call, when you would hear the called sea tow captain express that he got a direct call from the grandfather Pyron, who would tell him that a tow was no longer needed. This for some would be the beginning of a cover-up to minimize witnesses.
Hi, Captain Seth. This is Vicky from International. How you doing today?
Doing good. How are you?
Good, good. I apologize ahead of time. I really do. You're going to have a fee-for-service come up under Jerry.
Okay.
It sounds like a bunch of kids on board on Horn Island. He's letting me know that his father's a member, but he can't give me any information. And he's saying the boat is sinking, and he's on Horn Island. It's just unfortunate. He's just a kid. There's a lot going on. So
right.
He said there's about a lot of people on board. He says he thinks about 7. I'm guessing they're all under 18.
Okay.
And I'm not trying to be rude. He wants you guys to go out there and unpump the boat and then tow it in.
Do you know what kind of boat it is?
He said a Triton 24-footer, but that's all he can give me.
Okay. All right. Yeah, I just actually got off the phone with his grandpa, who I'm guessing is the owner of the boat. And he said that Jerry, yeah. He said,
okay.
I just hung up with him. He said that they don't need any help right now, but if something changes, he'll call me back. So
What?
I'm guessing that they may have figured it out, because that's what he said. So they're in a panic and their boat won't crank.
Yeah, they're in a panic.
Since the beginning of this case, many have questioned Wells' friend's story, as many things appeared inconsistent throughout, and those online will call out the entire situation as being a cover-up of the death of another black teen in Mississippi. So what happens next? Given that this call is now officially 22 days old, we're certain the local officials and investigators have examined it by now. And given that agencies like the FBI are involved, we can also be certain that they have the resources to completely clean distorted audio with specialized forensic audio tools that can isolate speech. Now, according to reports, the FBI has perfected this ability since the 1960s as a way to improve distorted speech from wiretaps, 911 calls, and covert body wires. Now, when what we unveiled is the case, and we all have now witnessed that Nolan was back on the boat that day where he potentially lost his life, many individuals can now face consequences, like all of his friends who were on the boat that never gave Wells' family and authorities the truth and potentially helped get rid of his body. The stepmother of Warren Hudson, Judge Ashley Cole, who would push potential false statements. The grandfather Wyatt Pyron, who looks to have helped his grandson avoid serious consequences. The adults who supplied the teens with alcohol, causing them to potentially make terrible decisions that day. And local law enforcement for failing to aggressively move forward on making arrests when there were signs early on, like Exhibit A, picture of Nolan and his underage friends drinking. And more specifically for Sheriff John Ledbetter for expressing he didn't see any signs of foul play before an autopsy was even conducted. This recent update not only could highlight criminal bias, but also media bias because, again, this audio is over 20 days old, but for some reason, none of the major outlets played it in its entirety, which would have captured the slurred speech by Pyron, the boat's driver, thus potentially incriminating him of boating under the influence, which again is against maritime law. as well as capturing him stating that none of the occupants of the boat were over 21 years old, the legal drinking age in Mississippi.
Okay,
How many
what's
adults
going
on board?
So, there's 0 adults on board.
There's nobody on board the boat?
No. Nobody
right.
here is over the age of 21.
Sir, that was not the question.
On Thursday, Mississippi District Attorney Angel Myers McIlrath would speak out about the case and would defend the pace of the investigation as it would now be presented to a grand jury when it's complete.
I understand the public's urgency to know what happened to Nolan, but we are not taking time for time's sake. We are taking the time required to complete the work this investigation demands. Since Nolan was reported missing, local, state, and federal law enforcement agencies have worked around the clock investigating what happened to him. Every piece of evidence must be examined. Every credible lead must be followed to its conclusion. Every witness interview must be analyzed in context of all other evidence. The pressure for answers does not change what the work requires. I also understand that many people have questions about why more information has not been released publicly. In Mississippi, the rules of professional conduct restrict the information a prosecutor can release during an investigation. Our restraint in communicating facts and evidence is not an effort to keep the truth from the public. It is an effort to protect the integrity of this investigation and the grand jury proceeding. As your district attorney, I have an ethical obligation to avoid public statements that could influence witnesses, prejudice a proceeding, or compromise the fairness of the legal process. My obligation extends to and requires me to use reasonable care to ensure investigating agencies avoid making those statements and releasing information as well. These rules exist to protect the search for the truth, not to prevent it. When the public asks, what about this, or have they looked at that, or did they think about this? The answer is yes. Those are the same questions investigators ask. The difference is that we can't publicly discuss the evidence, the interviews, or what those efforts have uncovered while the investigation is underway.
As far as Wells' family, they continue to ask witnesses to come forward and are expected to investigate Wells' phone with investigators assigned to the case. We all are also awaiting the findings from Wells' first autopsy now that the independent autopsy deemed his cause of death as undetermined. And so if this captured audio accurately depicts what many are now hearing, the pain and lack of trust that Black Americans have expressed becomes more valid. And on the birth of Emmett Till, July 25th, 85 years later, Mississippi gains another stain on the state's history. Reporting live from Ibis Club, Fight Plus News, I'm Janaba.
Okay, shout out to Hype News. Thank you for that in-depth report. So, Minister, I know you and Apostle Daniel have a lot to say.
Make no doubt about it. What's that lady name, the DA?
I checked out. I'm not going to lie to you. Let me go over here and find it. My brain didn't.
Because I personally want to call her name. Because she's a smooth liar. So I want to call her name by some integrity. And I'm gonna give her some. TikTok, with all due respect, I've been doing this a long time, over 30 years. And I know when somebody lying. They trying to protect them 3 little white boys, as usual. All the way 85 years ago from Emmett Till. And then they found out he never whistled at this woman. And if he did, it was not worth taking his life at 14, 15 years old in 1955. So
I didn't hear anything.
Huh?
I can't hear
You can't hear me?
him talking.
Pastor, can you hear me?
Yeah, you may have to exit and come back.
Who, me?
Okay.
I'm talking to Pastor.
Okay.
Okay, Pastor. Okay, I'm sorry. Okay, but you can hear me, right?
Yeah, we hear you. Can you hear us?
Okay, no problem.
Pastor, great, can you hear me? You could call him, Captain. Tell me if you can hear me.
Johnny needs to exit or me?
What? Pastor Gray, can you
Pastor,
hear me? Because
I need to exit and come back.
yeah,
Yes.
exit and come back.
I need to exit and come back.
Yes.
Yes.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right. So again, ladies and gentlemen, I
Can
hope
you hear
my
me now?
producer.
Yeah, we
Yeah,
can
we can
hear
hear you.
you.
Can you hear
Can
us?
you hear us?
Okay. I can hear you. I can't hear Johnny.
Oh,
That's
Can you
that's
crazy.
hear him?
weird. Yeah.
I can hear you, but I can't hear him.
Okay. I don't know what that is. Kat, you want me to go out and come right back?
No, you're fine. I can hear you.
Okay. I don't tell him to go out and come back.
He did.
Okay.
Continue.
So, ladies and gentlemen, with all due respect, I apologize. It's a little audio difficulties all over the world. It's raining. There's all kind of stuff going on. It's not due to Catherine. She is a great producer. She
Not.
put all this stuff
Continue.
together, and we good. Now back to this. What's that lady name?
Her name is Angela Myers, McGrath or something
Her
like
name
that.
Angela McGrath.
Yes.
Coming from the
McGrath.
wrath of God on her. Okay. So Angela Myers McGrath. My name is Johnny Bonder, Dr. Jeremiah, that over 30 million people have listened to me in the last 12 months, and millions of people before that. Young lady, let me tell you something. I know what you're doing. You trying to sound intellectual, like you really give a hell about what you're doing. You know, and I know you don't give a damn about that boy. So we can stop playing the game. You just had a person hung the other day at the college. You didn't do nothing about that. So again, you have not investigated the three boys with the inconsistent lies. So you keep talking about grand jury. We're going to take it to the grand jury. You don't need no grand jury to bring them in and arrest them. A grand jury ain't got nothing to do with no arrest. Grand jury got something to do with indictment. So who in the hell you think you're talking to? All three of them need to be arrested and put in separate rooms where they can tell their separate lies. You know they gonna lie. They took the baby body parts to cover up. The parents done paid somebody, however y'all did, all y'all work together. So y'all a bunch of habitual liars. The same way you let that water out in Jackson, Mississippi, for 192,000 people poured in the water. Same thing you did in Flint, Michigan. So again, we know your schemes. So ma'am, I'm not gonna let you make it. I'm not gonna let you make it. You habitual lie. You don't give a hell about that boy. Because if you did, you would bring them three boys in. You would bring them in and put them in separate rooms and get some professional investigators that's real police, not Ku Klux Klan, and bring some outside forces to do it, because in Mississippi, it ain't gonna work. All y'all cover up. That's your name, cover up. But God gonna uncover y'all. The whole world see y'all, and the whole world see me. And millions of people gonna hear what I'm saying. You are not, you heard that lie you just told? We are trying to be intellectual, and there's certain things we don't want to let out, and we don't want to put the stuff out in. But we not talking about you putting them out. We talking about you bringing them three boys down as the judge, Catherine, played it the other night. As the judge showed you that they're guilty. They guilty of doing something to that boy, but they habitual liars. They are guilty, all three of them. And just one or two of them did more than the other one. One of the boys tried to get himself up already. That's why the mom and everybody, they didn't even go to the funeral. These are friends. They did not, one of them went to the funeral. And then the same night of his departure, now we done found out they throwed him off the boat. He was on the boat. So again, wake up, wake up, wake up. He wasn't in the water talking about no wake up. So again, this is a bunch of buffoonery. And then when they was asked about it at the party, we don't want to talk about it. We don't want to be guilty. We don't want nobody accusing us. Accusing you of what? If that's your friend, this is what I'm confused about. Y'all been friends 7, 8 years. If that's your friend, why you back from the island? Why you ain't still on the island with the rescue team, at least 24 hours? You didn't even do 24 hours, 48 hours, staying there looking for him and calling your parents saying we're looking for him. You did better than that. Your grandfather with his Ku Klux Klan self called in and told the police, oh, no, you don't need to go. Oh, that's my boat. Oh, it ain't sinking. Because y'all had to cover up, and you didn't want the Coast Guard to go out. And the Coast Guard, with their weak self, they heard the call, and you're going to let a white grandfather call in, don't go, where they can cover it up. Because if the Coast Guard go out, he just might tell the truth. So all this is a cover-up. You had the man telephone. You deleted the telephone. You never called the mother and told the mother, we got his phone and his car key. You went to 2 parties. Then you went 8. Then you went home to sleep like nothing happened. All 3 of you, you're guilty. Circumstantial evidence. You are guilty because you're hiding and you're lying. And all your lies gonna come out. And your little mother, whoever she is, the judge, lawyer, she's trying to cover up and she delete her page. And now what? Y'all go to the funeral. All of y'all habitual liars and all of y'all Ku Klux Klans. And the DA, you ain't no good. You really think we finna sit up here and watch y'all play with us again like you did Emmett Till? We in a new stage. We ain't going for it no more. We got modern technology. You're a bunch of liars. And it's gonna come out. We already know you're lying. You are a liar. The little girl with him said he went back to the boat. And then the grandfather, oh no, there's nothing wrong with the boat. Oh, the boat ain't sinking. There's nothing wrong with it. I'm the grandfather from the Ku Klux Klan. That's what you're supposed to say. From the Ku Klux Klan. Don't go out there. We're trying to cover up this crime real quick. My grandchildren done something crazy, so I'm trying to cover it up. So please don't go out there. That's what he was saying. And that's why all of them lying. And that's why all 3 of them went to a party or 2 parties and then went 8 and never called the mother and say, hey, we got your son keys. Hey, we got your son phone. And when the mama finally get the phone, it's deleted. Do you think we don't know? That's foul play. That's narcissistic racism. That's systemic racism. Do you think we're gonna let you make it? This a new age. And I got millions of people with me. This a new age. And I got the biggest organization in the world with me. This a new age. We're not going for it. All of y'all guilty. And just whoever did it. And the other one trying to cover it up. Y'all, the man Curtis say, give me my woo-woo phone. Then the girl say, wake him up, wake him up. Come on, y'all. Y'all never thought that was going to go out. Pastor Grace, come on, speak before I go off, man.
Well, it's clear, and Minister Bonner, I understand it's a great ethical task here for us to decipher this. What you must remember is that racism is not only systematic in this country. Racism is a posture of ethics. The mother who is connected with the DA's office there, she's also connected with the sheriff's department. She's also connected with the political figure.
Pastor Gray, come on back.
Yeah, you cut out. Your mic cut out just when it was getting to the good part.
Pastor Gray, come on back. You making sense. Come on back.
Okay. Now I'm back on.
Thank you.
What is happening is now, as the plot thickens, every stone must be on. We now have found out through interior information, different sources that I have that are there in Mississippi and that are the activists that are online with in coherence with the police department, also with being Crump with Crump. What is happening now, Mr. Bonner, is that Ben Crump.
Pastor Graves?
Pastor Gray, your phone went out. Boy,
They
the devil don't.
don't want him to be great, man. He about to get every time he about to jump in and get into it, they stop him.
Pastor Gray, they don't want you to talk. They don't want you to talk.
Yeah, and I understand, and they shouldn't. They're wise. Can you guys hear me?
We hear you now.
You can hear me?
Yes.
Okay, I can't hear you.
Oh my
God. You can hear me.
But we can hear you.
What is happening? Okay. What is happening is this is a part of their plot. Guys, I don't know if you guys can hear me.
Yes, we can. Yeah, we hear you.
You can hear me. Okay.
Keep going.
This is a part of their plot. What they're attempting to do is they're attempting to my God.
I know. I think they're getting us.
Okay, tell him to go out and let Marcus come in. Marcus, you come in. Call Pastor Gray and tell him to go out and come back in because they're not letting him talk. Marcus, come in and speak.
Well, yeah, I mean, happy Sunday, man. You know, I know it's a lot of updates, a lot of things going on out there in Jackson County. I heard about the video that they just had. You know, I heard about the interview that one of his best friends did with Officer Tatum, which is crazy. I don't know if y'all know who Officer Tatum is, but he's one of those.
He's actually my cousin.
Officer Tatum, one of your cousins?
Yeah.
Okay, well, I'll hold my thoughts.
No, you don't. Let it roll.
Let it roll.
Let it roll.
So I actually I saw how Officer Tatum came into social media. You know, he came, black man.
Captain, call him and tell him to come back in.
He speaks for the whites. You know, he says a lot of things that the whites wish they could say, and it's like he's almost like a puppet for them. Yes. So anytime people go to this platform or he has an opinion on this platform, which I watch a lot of his videos, I kind of already know where he's coming from or where he's trying to go or take the audience. And so that's not a place where I would go if you're pro Nolan Wells for an interview. And, you know, again, I haven't watched the Officer Tatum interview with best friend, but I do know that whatever Officer Tatum does on his platform is normally not for us. And again, when he came out, he actually was promoting his stream, his podcast, his actual show on CNN. I remember the TV commercials that was playing on CNN, and I was like, whoever this man is, he knows what he's doing. And then the fact that he was a police officer also lets you know what side he is on or was on. So I think, you know, the young man going to interview on that platform, probably something he shouldn't have done. I would like to see him interview on some of our platforms and, you know, see if we can pull some more things out of him, being that he is Nolan Wells' best friend. At least he said he is. I guess his parents didn't know him too well, but it's a lot of updates.
I'm his best friend and the parents don't know him, Brother Marcus.
Well, you know, I mean, I grew up in those environments too, where I could be besties with my partner, but never actually frequent their house, you know, so we can be street buddies, we can be basketball buddies, we can be video game buddies, we can be all those type of buddies, but the buddies that may come to the crib may be different sets of buddies. And so my mama met a lot of my besties, but she didn't meet all the buddies, you know, and so sometimes buddies become besties. Sometimes people you grew up with is not who your best friend is, but that's who you spend the most time with. That's who your parents may see you with. That's who they may think is your best friend. But you know, it's a lot of ways, a lot of angles to come at this. But Nolan Wells probably had a lot of best friends because he played a lot of sports. He was a swimmer, he was an athlete, you know, he was going to college, you know, so you got friends in different realms. And when you are the man, everybody want to be your best friend. You know what I'm saying? Everybody want to be your best friend. I remember I was growing up, I had a lot of besties. I didn't have none though. I never had a best friend up until I got out the Navy. That's when actually my senior year in high school, that's when I started, or when I came back from the Navy, that's when I started calling people my best friend, and, you know, because they had been there the longest. We had been through a lot, through the trials and tests and stuff. But, you know, everybody wants to be your best friend when you're the man. And I think that's who Nolan is. He's been shining ever since he passed away, and we're going to keep his name alive, man. So RIP to him.
Thank you. Catherine, for all what you done heard, what do you think about these lies and that DA talking about she's trying to keep things. How you trying to keep things? You call them 3 boys in and get an outside investigation because the police in Mississippi ain't gonna do it. You got to get an outside investigation to come in to investigate them because all of them lying. So what do you think about this, Miss Catherine?
I mean, they have to close ranks. It's Mississippi. It's Mississippi. That's what they do. They're used to the cover up. And I think they're just stuck in a place where they think they can get away with it. They can still get away with it. What they underestimated is the power of social media, the new minds of us colored people out here, and how we just not gonna just take any old thing. Even if I know some people in Mississippi, they might get the bum reputation of being passive, you know, more passive than we would be, because I know they catch a lot of criticism for even remaining in Mississippi. But this is not the 1960s, baby. So this is a whole new age, and they're going to learn. They're going to learn today.
It's a $125,000 reward that they
yes,
offer.
that too.
That's a lot of money. I want you to know, if you offer that in South Park, Sunnyside, we go find that boy, man. We go find out who did it. You know what I'm talking about? Now, this is Mississippi. They got these rich white folk out there. They got to raise it up a little bit. They got to make it gonna make it even 500,000.
Well, sure Marcus and y'all,
you got to be boat money. You got to be boat money.
That the judge called the tip line herself, the stepmama. We haven't got to that clip yet.
Did Tyler Perry put up 100,000?
What they did was they paid for some of the funeral arrangements. Tyler Perry, Colin Kaepernick, and you know Colin Kaepernick been in the news lately because of the whole Jay-Z thing and stuff. So that's a whole nother topic. But you know, Black Lives Matter all the time. You know what I'm saying? Black Lives Matter.
Pastor Grave, can you hear us now?
Where did he go?
My God.
Yeah, they're battling. The forces of evil are battling me here.
Yeah. They don't want Pastor Grave. Pastor Gray, can you hear me? Pastor Gray, can you hear me?
He froze again, man. He froze again. Look, the dude named Warren Hudson. I want y'all to know something, man. Y'all know me and She's Happy, my business partner, and I'm kind of battling it out with. You know, I mean, Warren's not a good name right now, is what I'm saying.
Yeah.
So this dude's name is Warren Hudson, and other dude that interviewed with Officer Tatum was Tracerton Shepard. So those two of Nolan Wells' close friends, what they say, close friends, not best friends, but close friends.
My God.
Go ahead, go ahead. What you got, Dan?
And also at this time, we need to let them know that they are investigating not only the friends of Nolan, they're investigating the friends of all 4 of those young men who were there. And also the young lady who you hear on that recording has now went into hiding. See, this is what is going on in the interior investigation right there in that county.
They done took him out again.
Again.
Lord, ladies and gentlemen, y'all can see it for yourself that Pastor Gray is a threat. Because he's been in a church of 100-something years. They know he'll speak the truth, and they are trying to stop him from working with me and Marcus and Catherine.
Hey, is the woman that he's saying is you know, is in hiding? Is that the woman that was on that Nolan stayed back to hang out with, or is that just another?
She was on
Are
the
you
boat.
talking about the one on the boat?
She was on the boat.
Okay.
Is that the one that said Nolan? Oh my God.
That's the one. That's the one.
That's her. She's in hiding as we speak. She's in hiding. You must understand, this cover up is going to turn out to be one of the ugliest, one of the most disrespectful acts of the Mississippi judicial system you've ever seen.
Wow.
This is what.
Listen, TikTok, about Mississippi judicial Ku Klux Klan system.
Yeah, we're having to patch it together, but we're definitely going to hear out what Pastor Graves has to say, because he's lost his audio again. It's like whenever we get to the good part, mysteriously he cuts out.
It sounds like Pastor Graves he's from Mississippi. He's in Mississippi.
No, he's in Houston.
He's in Houston.
Okay. Cool.
They,
Because he
they
sounds like he
don't.
got some insight or some close ties to the people.
He do. He's very powerful, and
Yeah, yeah.
I've been knowing him
And
for
what
a
we must
while. They
understand
scared
is
him.
it's okay. They bug my phones and everything. It's no problem. What we must understand is that the investigation teams that are down in Mississippi at this time, working with Bid and Crump, working with also the other black activists who are there, and also the NAACP. So we're not asleep. The African American community is very present, and we're not asleep down there. What is going to happen, Mr. Bynum, is that judicial system is going to come under investigation. That district attorney, she's going to be investigated. They have opened up a can of worms that they can.
That's right. TikTok, you heard Pastor Gray? He's telling the truth. You heard Marcus Biles, she's happy help. I have some great people with me. You heard Miss Catherine? We got people, we truth tellers. We're not going for that. You can't bring that to us. We know better. The DA, well, I'm trying. You ain't get some outside people, bring them three liars, them three lying children that has systemic racism, that's been taught by their parents, and they took that boy just to show him, I'm telling you, throw him out in that water. Then talking about he drowned it. Shut the hell up. And then you took all his insides out where the ZC autopsy couldn't tell what happened, but they got the back of his head. What y'all are Ku Klux Klan? We know that from Emmett Till. We know that when you took paws in the water a few years ago, 192,000 black people in Mississippi. So we know who you are. You are systemic racism. You Ku Klux Klan. You Donald Trumpenites. That's who you are. You Donald Trumpernite, and you work for Israel. All of y'all work for the devil. And God, Jesus said in John 8:44, you of your father the devil. So I'm putting it out there. I ain't scared of you. You of your father the devil. And the work of your father you should do. He was a murderer, lied, and bold, not in the truth. So I don't want to hear you. All of y'all are liars. And you're going to hell with a gasoline jacket on for taking that boy's life. You unalive that boy for racism, systemic racism. Supposed to have been your friend, you growed up with him, and you threw him over in that water. And then the grandfather with your Ku Klux Klan self, you going to call you the Grand Dragon. Oh, it's no problem. The boat ain't sinking. The boat never was sinking. The boat ain't sinking. That was a lie to throw him in the water. The boat ain't sinking. Everything is good now. So the boat ain't sinking. We're good now. Don't go out there. Let my children try to cover up something. Don't go out there. That's my boat. Don't go.
Hey,
Oh,
hey,
yes,
Johnny,
sir.
Johnny, you know what's
Yes,
crazy,
sir.
Johnny? I just thought about something. You just said that, the young ladies in hiding, they not really investigating anything. We know that they were underage drinking on the boat.
Come on.
That's what we know.
Exactly.
We know that. Ain't nobody being held accountable for nothing.
No,
You know what I'm saying? We
Nothing.
know that when you are the captain of a boat, whoever leaves on your boat got to come back on your boat. We know that. We know that he called and was like, hey, we members, we not members, come save us. And they didn't come save him and all that. We know all these things. They was even on the boat saying like all the illegal things they was doing. It's like, it's crazy. And then the young man, Warren, called his mom that same night and was like, hey, he explained that the phones are commonly left on boats. Nobody leave their boat, they phone on the boat. You know what I'm saying? But again, Warren, after he became concerned, is what it says. After he became concerned later that evening, he contacted Nolan's mother and helped notify authorities when Nolan could not be located. So the same day when something happened, right? So the same day, that evening, later that evening, Warren Hudson contacted Nolan's mother. Why? If y'all just left him on the island, you know what I'm saying, to hang out with the girls or something like that, why are you contacting his mom? It's crazy situation, man. The timeline's not adding up.
Yeah, and
That's great.
A lot of it isn't adding up. A lot of it, what you will find, a lot of this is systemic in Mississippi for hiding murders and killings of the black African American people.
Unalive.
See,
Unalive.
excuse me, unalive. When they unalived this young man, that girl who was on that recording, She was present. That is why she's in hiding as we speak. What we must understand is that we cannot fall asleep on this issue whatsoever. We will not, and I am so
We're not
glad
gonna let it
that
alone.
Ben Crump,
We're not gonna let it alone.
is present. He not only has the intelligence, but he has the finances. It is going to take finances, and it is going to take present bodies to fight this fight. Boy, they're backing me on this.
I'm gonna get my sponsors to give me and Catherine about $25,000. We need to go down there for about 3 days to get us a hotel and get all our investigators down there. But I kind of want to investigate this myself. I don't want to wait. So I'm gonna call my sponsors tonight and tomorrow morning. We need to get down there, Catherine, and you need to put a $25,000 thing together where I can send it out to the sponsor where we can get down there. We need to stop this systemic racism. That little girl that done paid her to hide her. Believe me, they hide that little girl, man. Because that little girl will bust this whole case wide open. They done gave the family $500,000. Believe me, they hide that little girl. They hide that little girl just to show us I'm on this phone. That DA, all of them no good. They took the body parts when they got ready to send it to DC, Pastor Marcus. They got ready to send the part, and when they got the body there, they couldn't investigate, do no body part. Everything been stripped. The throat been stripped, the tummy been taken. They done took everything out. They sent an empty body down there. Because the mama them don't want their son to be investigated because they know what they did. They know they unalived that boy. And that's why the grandfather called in. No, don't go to the ship. That's my boat. Leave it alone. It ain't sinking. I said it. Boy, I'm a millionaire, boy. Don't you go out there, boy. Yes, sir, boss. All this a cover up, Catherine. All of it. Bunch of cowards. I'm sick of these Negroes from the day leader. You ain't no damn leader for me. If you can't speak what I'm saying, I don't give a damn who you are. You ain't no leader for me. And you ain't no leader for no black folk. And if you say you a leader for black folk, I'm gonna run you out of town. Run around here telling me ain't no racism. This is systemic racism. Well, we don't wanna lead to no conclusions, and we what the hell is you talking about? Emmett Till, that's the conclusion. Mississippi don't give a damn about no black people. TikTok know it, Facebook know it, YouTube know it, Ray Charles know it from the graveyard. Abner Presley know it. Keep on faking right here. We keep on letting these folks take our life, take our children's life, and then right there in Mississippi, Walmart with their Ku Klux Klan self. I want Walmart boycotted. I want 4 Walmarts, 1 for that boy, 1-year-old baby, and 3 for us. And Walmart, I know you don't think I'm nobody, and I know you think I got a small voice, but I promise you, Walmart, I'm gonna start a boycott. And I don't. And if the pastor in Atlanta don't want to come, stay where you at, cause you can't buy me. I'm not Bible. I'm not Jamal Bryant. You can't buy me. I'm not saying you bought him, but you can't buy me because I want Walmart shut down. Shut down. Marcus told y'all what to do. Go in there, get a bunch of that stuff, get it, sell it, get it, sell it, get it, sell it, and mess with their numbers until we can get our own Walmart. And Walmart, you got over 1,000 Walmarts. So I tell you what you need to do. Tell you what you need to do. We want 4 of them for what you did. You call the police for some diapers, and you unalive that baby, and you ain't said nothing. You didn't pay for the funeral. You right
It's okay, Pastor. I'm gonna stop you right there because we're gonna get to baby coin in just a second. But I did want to make sure that we cover Corey Ruiz before we get close to time.
Come on.
Okay, so now we turn to Madison, Wisconsin, where there was a fatal shooting of 38-year-old Corey Durell Ruiz, and it sparked protests and demonstrations for transparency. So, of course, police are saying that officers approached Corey during the investigation, alleged that he produced a knife and injured an officer. And they say a taser was used before one of the officers fired fatal shots. What they're not saying is that the officer fired these shots at point blank range. And it was essentially an execution. So the officers were not wearing body cameras. Convenient, right? So the public does not have a complete official recording of the encounter. And the Wisconsin Department of Justice is now conducting an independent investigation. So I want you to pay close attention to this next video. Marcus, I did think about you. I'm going to fast forward this video to the point to where his daughter speaks. And it's going to be a powerful young lady. She just turned 13.
Where's Pastor Gray? He with us?
He just came back on.
I'm here.
Stay here with him, brother. Don't let him kick you out. Stay here with
And I'm not. I will not let them. Believe me, and don't worry, Mr. Bond, on our next show, I will have us on laptop and I will make sure my communication are here to help me.
Thank you. Thank you.
We won't be deterred here.
Thank you. Turn it up.
I'm trying to get to the point to where the daughter is speaking. That's who I want to hear. And as y'all see, this is one of Ben Crump's cases too. So Ben is burning the candle at all ends of the United States.
And we're going to burn it with him. And we're going to burn it with him.
That's right. The direct support.
This is going to be a very powerful young lady. Bless her heart. And all condolences to Corey Ruiz's family. Yeah, this is very
tragic. 13 years old?
She's 13 years old. She's just short, but here she is.
Corey. Justice for 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 Corey.
No justice, no peace.
No justice, no peace.
I am Corey Ruiz's daughter. Put yourself in my perspective. Imagine waking up thinking.
Just 13-year-old baby speaking, y'all.
My day started. I looked at the time, and I had one on my phone, and then I had called my cousin. We were just talking for a little bit. Then my mom called me. She called me saying that she told me something that was in when she was at the house, and I was so confused. I was like, "What is she talking about?"
Listen, TikTok, it's a baby speaking.
My heart was so broken, I don't even know how to put it in words. Then I asked, because, sometimes if you get shot, you might live off of that. When she told me he had been shot and dead and killed, I started crying. I didn't even know what to say. I didn't know what to do. My heart was just so broken, and it just hurt so much knowing I can't see my father anymore.
Oh my God.
Whoever is saying, oh, but he was a criminal. So what? He had a family. He had me.
My God.
The last time I talked to him, it was for a short period of time. And I wish it'd been longer. I wish I could see him one more time. I wish he could tell me how much he loves me one more time.
My God.
He tried to do his best for me and his family. I wish he was still here, so I would never, in a million years, think that I would see my father on a shirt, a pin, a necklace, on social media saying he was shot and killed by a police officer.
My Lord.
How can I call you knowing you shot my father?
Oh my God.
4 policemen on 1 black man. On top of that, how are you going to be scared of us if you're supposed to save us and you kill us?
My God. 13 years old.
It doesn't make any sense at all. I just wish it had been a different way. I just wish, what if the police never been called? What if they just let him go? What if they de-escalated the situation?
A baby. At the mouth of a baby.
You can't sugarcoat it. You can't put a Band-Aid on it. Everybody knows there's so many protests yesterday, so many posts from different parts of Wisconsin that I know of. This morning, no, yesterday, when we were at, I don't know what it's called, but when we were...
Listen, TikTok.
Yes, when we were at the visual, my friend kept texting me saying, "Are you okay? Please talk to me. I want to know if you're safe." I called my cousin back. She said, "Oh my gosh, are you okay?" So put yourself in my shoes. What would you do knowing you just turned 13 last month and that you're about to go into a whole new level of school, knowing that your dad is dead?
Lord.
When I grow up,
My God.
if I have kids, how do I tell them?
This baby's intelligent.
How do I tell them that he has been shot and killed by somebody we need protection for? How do I tell my little brother in the future why I don't see my dad that much anymore? Because he's dead. It makes no sense.
No sense.
No sense.
I just wish I'd see him one last time. I hear his voice one last time.
Oh my God.
No one deserves this, especially not if he's a man of color.
Justice for Corey. Justice
My
for Corey.
God.
Justice.
Oh my God. Oh my
And
God.
Marcus, I thought she is, she's lightly crying, but she was able to be very
Oh my
articulate
God.
and very powerful and still be poised as she possibly could be in this situation. But
Oh
it's
my
a
God.
powerful young lady. That's a powerful young lady.
Yeah,
She's
this is
brave.
one of those. This is a different
She's
situation.
brave.
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
I'm talking about, man. This, to
She's
see the
brave.
daughters at the podium, like that's totally different from even from what we was talking about last time. It's similar but different. I don't want to see anybody crying on the podium that look like me. I'm tired of seeing us crying. I'm not saying we need to start making them cry by doing the same things that they doing to us, but we got to do something different. So what we're doing is not working.
Let me say something for the child, if I may.
You
Pastor
guys
Greg,
are really fighting the whole.
hello?
Oh my gosh.
And it took Pastor Gray out again. Oh my God. They're not going to let him speak. However, can you hear me, Marcus?
We can hear you.
I can hear you definitely.
I want to say something. I done heard Josiah from the Bible. 8 years old. It was a king.
That's right.
God say from the mouth of a babe. I've heard some intelligent children speak in my life. But that child there, 13 years old, just made 13, to speak like that. And the other girl, my producer put on the other day, spoke, and I think she was 8 or 9. What? How old she was, Captain? Talking about America don't like black people.
I think she was about 9-ish. Yeah.
These babies are speaking out. And grown folks are cowering out. Pastors, deacons, ministers, bishops, cowards, and won't speak out for our children. Jesus said, suffer the little children, forbid them not, let them come unto me. And if you hurt one of these, you rather put a milestone around your neck, Ku Klux Klan, skinhead, and put around your neck and be thrown in the deepest sea. You liars. You unalive that man with buffoonery, but here go a white boy beat up a police, ran him, whooped him, knocked him. Y'all tased him and handcuffed him and took him in. Let me try this again. I just seen the tape, Catherine. The white boy could fight. He whooped the police. The police started running. The white boy ran the police down. Boom, hit him again. The other police ran up, didn't shoot him, tased him, handcuffed him, and took him to the car. I don't think y'all heard what I said. He beat up a police, whooped him, beat the police up, ran the police down, Catherine. If you don't have the tape, I'll send it to you again. But I know I did, but I'll send it to you again. And the police, watch this, Captain. The police didn't shoot him. Marcus, the police tased him. They put the handcuffs on him and took him to jail. He beat a police up. I ain't through. A Chinese the other day beat up a police with the karate. Wop, 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 wop. And the police tried to run. And the Chinese boys caught him. Wop, 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 wop. And the Chinese took off running. The police didn't shoot him, didn't go after him, nothing. Got in the police car and drove off. The police watching him, 2 police watching him drive off. They don't even shoot at the car. If it had been me and you in that car, Marcus, they'd have filled it full of holes. Say, man, this Donald Trump madness going on. When Donald Trump came president and gave these police, told them he blanking them, everybody did something wrong, don't worry about it, I'm cleaning your record. Once he done that, Pastor and Marcus, this is where this buffoonery is coming from. This is all out war, man. Brother, we are not safe in America. Nobody of color, nobody look like Hispanic, black, Cuban, all of them black. We are not safe in America. These Caucasians, these Ku Klux Klan ass police, not all of them, but the 15, 20, 25% of them, they doing it. I have a lot of police friends. They would never do that. But the ones there's Pride Boys and Klansmen that put them suits on to do what they're doing. They get a badge and a gun to do what they doing. They ain't trying to downplay nothing. They ain't trying to, they escalate. They're not de-escalate nothing. They setting it off. It was a child, Catherine, in the park a few years ago, in the park with a water gun. 3 police officers sitting up telling the little boy to put the water gun down. 1 police drove up, never said nothing, shot the boy in the head.
Pow, pow.
With a water gun, a pop out of the head, with a water gun. Do y'all hear me talking to y'all?
Yeah.
And this is what we're facing in America. This is America, Minister Bynum. This is America, the home of the free and the brave. Unless you're an African American, you can't be brave. You can't be free. But what they have miscalculated is the fortitude of African Americans as a community. They have
See, now I know they messing with us. Now I know they messing with him.
They took him out again.
While we wait for him to come back, I want to go ahead and play this one clip about this protester. Marcus dropped.
Call Marcus when you play and tell Marcus get himself back on here, because I can't call him. Both of my phones are taken.
Okay. I'm sorry, Pastor, you want to finish your comment?
Continue to.
Can you hear me? Can you hear me?
If you say something, they're going to cut him off.
This is wild.
We have never seen this in over a year, ladies and gentlemen. This has never happened.
That's how you know he has something very important to say.
Can you guys hear me?
Yes.
Yes, sir.
You can hear me? I can't hear you, but I don't know.
Don't speak.
I can't. This.
Come on.
Speak. Go on, speak. Speak.
He froze. They froze him again.
It froze him again. I told you Pastor Gray was a bad man. I'm keeping him with us, Catherine. They don't want him on here. They don't want him on here. He got a strong voice. My voice strong, his voice strong. Then you got Marcus. They don't want that. They don't want that. And don't bring Joan on here. They don't want this.
Marcus is buffering a little bit.
Marcus, you back?
I believe
Marcus,
he's probably having some communication problem also.
Yeah, he is.
Well, we know it's mostly you. It's mostly you,
blowing my
Mr.
phone
Gray.
up as we speak. They're watching the show. People are watching the show as we speak.
I hope that's entertaining. And remember to like, share, subscribe, and share. Please drop your comments. Whoa, especially if you're watching this on replay on Facebook, YouTube, Twitch, or TikTok. Yeah.
Boy, these folks something else, man. But I know what Pastor Gray want to say, so let me cut you, gonna cut me out. Pastor Gray just want to tell you it's systemic racism. And y'all are lying. Y'all habitual liars, the same way you did with Emmett Till. And you beat his face in it. And his mama put it on national TV. So, and then you took the water and you poured 192,000 people up there in Jackson. Then you did Flint, right in Michigan. You did Flint before you did Jackson. So we know that it's systemic racism. You bust a levee in New Orleans at Katrina and tried to lie and say it was God. So this is what you do, America. You did it in 1929 or 27. You've been on New Orleans where you can turn it into a gambling house. Same way you did Las Vegas, same way you did Atlantic City, same way you did Lake Charles. You don't care nothing about us. You want to put gambling houses there where you can take all our money, turn us into gambling, and we can't win. You got 1 billion, we got 1,000, and we're going to lose. Sell our car, all our houses, all our 401ks, all the little junk money we got, and you take it. You play on the misery, put alcohol and motels in our neighborhood, tobacco. Now you got all these smoke shops in there. Go smoke and blow your head up. Look at you. Hookah pipes everywhere now. 80% of the club got hookah pipe burning the brain out. Boy, y'all, I got to give it to you, man. I got to give it to you, man. You just found $400 million worth of that stuff. One pill you take and knock you out. What that pill called? You take one and you're unalive.
Fentanyl.
Yeah. They just found 400 million in Nigeria, and a judge, and some Mexican guy and a judge was over there in Nigeria. Nigeria done got in this junk. They done found it in a lab, and the lady, the news lady, she better hurry and get out of there before unalive her. She put it all over the news. Soon as she put it over the news, she need to get out of there before she come missing up. Say, man, the love of money is the root of all evil. Not money, but the love of it. They will unalive you. Anybody making them fentanyl is the devil. One of them fentanyl will take you out. One. It's worse than Ebola. Ebola take you out in 24 hours. One of them pills take you out in 2-3 hours. It's a card game, man.
It's systematic suicide.
Yes, it is.
It's systematic suicide. It has become conventional to kill ourselves by self-medicating.
Yeah.
But
I'm gonna go ahead. I'm gonna go ahead and run this clip of this protester.
They're not gonna let it speak. I ain't never seen nothing like this.
Trust in this department is not something any of us can assume. It is
Master,
by far
you
our
trying to
greatest
stop
commodity.
me.
It must be earned continuously, and I think it can be lost in a single afternoon.
Come on, sir. This is a police officer. TikTok
The thinness
speaking.
of trust in the
Let me
city
see if
right
you're gonna
now
speak the truth.
did not start.
No, we can shut this down. You can stop talking because we don't want to hear anything you've been saying. You're going to say the same thing you all say every time a black body gets shot down in this city. This is a corrupt city. That's right. Have no fear. The anti-Zionist is here. You understand me? You won't be able to talk today because I'm going to keep talking because I was born to talk my talk and walk my walk too. I told these young people back here on our way here that we have the power. Not that badge, not that weapon. We have the power. The city of Madison is corrupt. From the DA to the what's the name of this? The Department of Independent Monitoring. We don't want any of that talk. You've given us this speech with "you'll deliver justice." Oh, we've seen the cameras. We've seen. It was a knife in this young man's hand. We don't want to hear that today. We didn't want to hear it when they put their neck on George Floyd's neck. We don't their foot on George Floyd's neck, and we don't want to hear it today. What do you have to say about that? No. Oh, you don't get to talk, I said. Right. Go ahead.
Enough is enough. I'll step aside. And
that's right. Give me this microphone then. Excuse me. That's right. My name is Carlos Dixon. I represent APTAP. All power to all people. Zero power to Zionists. Zero power to capitalists. Zero power to colonialism. What you are doing right now in this city is continuing the disgusting nature of colonialism. The disgusting nature of imperialism. Look up the definition of imperialism. It's all within the policies, which means when these police officers come down on the street and they decide that they want to take the life of another brown body, there is no oversight for that. That's imperialism, ladies and gentlemen. This man signed up to be an enforcer of imperialism. Is there anybody else want to say anything? It doesn't matter what, okay, the people want to talk. Come up here. The people want to talk. The people want to talk. Come up here. This is our press conference. And I put my lips all over this microphone. Power to the people. No power to Zionists. That's right. Anybody got anything they want to say?
Y'all scared to walk up
there and speak? You got some questions y'all want to ask? Ask us some questions. We're taking questions. Anybody. I didn't think so. Turn up your Zionist noses because your entire communications and media department is all about Zionism and colonialism. We will not stand. I am a part of the class that has been oppressed and struggled my entire life. My grandmother struggled. My mother struggled. Their grandmother struggled. Those people struggled. We go back far enough and we can see that there was a white European that colonized us, that stole land, that committed genocide right here on America. And you guys want to host your bourgeoisie revolution. You guys want to run your mouths about how disgusting socialism is. You haven't seen socialism, okay? I am a revolutionary intercommunalist, okay? I believe that there is no separation of the struggle. You see my hand right here? This is how this is fragmentation. All of these struggles, Palestine, Congo, America, Sudan, Venezuela. But when you put that fist together, you get the power of intercommunalism. So I'm on Donald Trump's side, okay? I don't like communism because you guys have rebranded communism. You guys have took socialism and the fight for liberation and turned it into something you can profit for. Just like the non-profit organizations inside of this city. I've seen the paperwork. I've followed the paper trail. I have smelled the Zionism all throughout your city. It is time for you guys to wrap it up. It's time to go. You don't have no questions. Let's go. It won't be no meeting today. You go for it.
That we are all here for a conversation. And I would like to hear what the police chief has to finish saying. And I want you to also be a part of that conversation because this is an opportunity for us to have a conversation.
So what you're doing is you coddling up to imperialism, brother? There will be no coddling to imperialism. If you don't have a question about what kind of charges are going to be brought by so you are coddling to imperialism. I don't stand for that. I'm fundamentally rejected, brother. You can get on. If you got some questions about what's going to happen to these pigs that killed that young man because he appeared to be homeless, then let us know. Will there be charges? So? That sounds like a song. There will be no investigation.
Police have asked DCI to do is a homicide. investigation.
So
One second, because I don't do the yelling over black men.
I don't care.
All right, listening in there to this press conference that took a bizarre turn. One of the protesters following that fatal police shooting, taking the mic from the police's hands, speaking some about what he feels is going on in that city, in that community. All right, let's quickly take you out, though, as we see President Trump in Washington, D.C. at the White House greeting.
All right, enough of that. Yeah.
We are seeing it live and in living color. This is the appetite that America has. This is that.
He did right. He took the mic from the chief of police. He did right to stop him from lying. That old systemic racism, all the racism they've been doing in that neighborhood. He didn't say nothing about George Floyd. He didn't say nothing about Breonna Taylor. He ain't saying about none of them. They shot in the house 31 times. If they looked for the dude was upstairs 2 floors up. If they was checked the warrants, he was already in jail. So then they would have went to her house and unalive her. So come on, man. So we and they knew a Negro, got his little badge on, a little stain on him. So they pushed a little black boy up there to let us and think that's gonna smooth us over. Negro, if you ain't talking about filing charge on that police officer that unalive that boy, we don't want to hear nothing from you. We looking into it. Look into what? And the tape show he shot the boy. It's close range. And then lie about he got a knife. Come on, man. Come on, man.
I want to go through the timeline. I don't know.
Please go through it. Please, Mark.
Timeline of the actual event, but
please.
Let me see here what we got.
Take your time. Go through it, Marcus.
Yeah. So it was 4 officers, actually a few. So based on what has been publicly released by Madison police, again, I think this is Milwaukee, right? So they had videos, witness accounts, different angles. It happened on Wednesday, July 22nd. Before the encounter, police received reports of a man looking into parked vehicles in the Williamson Street area. Around the same time that they got a call about a man looking into parked vehicles, officers also received a report of a possible unlawful entry into a nearby home. Now, this is what alerted the police. If you understand, when police are called out to a scene or a crime, based on what they got on from the call, that's how they actually pull up. If they say, somebody broke into a home, they pulling up as if somebody broke into a home. They say it's just a minor disturbance. They pulling up as if it's a minor disturbance. They was pulling up on this man as if he was the one that was breaking into homes. So kind of keep that.
God have mercy.
The officers located Ruiz. Officers located Corey Ruiz. He's 38 years old. He was riding a bike. Ruiz attempted to leave the area. They didn't say run or evade. They just said Ruiz attempted to leave the area, and officers pursued him on foot. About 28, it was a 28-second confrontation, y'all. So from the time, they seen him, 28 seconds, ABC News review of the verified video found that the physical confrontation lasted just 28 seconds from the time Ruiz fell from his bike until the shots were fired. So Ruiz falls from his bicycle while being pursued. 4 officers move in and attempt to restrain him. A physical struggle began on the ground, and officers can be heard yelling that Ruiz has a knife. So apparently, I don't even believe this, right?
Man, come on, man.
Somebody is riding a bike, and he sees 4 police officers with guns, right? And so he pulls out a knife.
Come on, man.
So they say officers can be heard yelling that Ruiz has a knife. At least one officer deploys a taser. I've been tased before, so I know what that feels like. I'm dropping the knife after I get tased, I tell you that. Police say the taser does not successfully stop Ruiz during the struggle. Now, when your body is adrenaline and all that, and I've seen people get tased and actually pull the tasers out. Now that I've been tased before, I think in the future, they just not gonna work out on your boy. I'm actually gonna take it and pull it out. because I know what's coming. When you don't know what's coming and it hits your body, then yeah, you go fall straight down. But when you know what's coming, like most of these guys do, they be like, come on, tase me. And then they tase and they pull it out and be like, tase me again. I'm going to be on that. I'm going to be Superman when it comes to these tasers, right? So at least one officer deployed a taser. Police say the taser does not successfully stop Ruiz. During the struggle, police say one officer is cut with the knife. Another officer fires several shots at close range. Now, we all saw the video, y'all. I saw the video from different angles. Not one time did I see anybody, you know what I'm saying, slicing and dicing and all. I just saw somebody struggling against 4 or 5 other people, you know what I'm saying? And then one of those officers shot my man close. Man, that was execution. Another officer fired several shots at close range. Ruiz collapsed and officer secured the scene while requesting medical assistance. Now, of course, he was pronounced dead at the scene. The injured officer was treated for injuries that was described as non-life-threatening. The 4 involved officers were placed on administrative leave, which is standard procedure during an investigation. This is with Wisconsin Department of Justice.
With pay.
With pay. Yeah, we always with pay. And it's our pay too, because we weren't paying the taxpayers, black, white,
right.
So it's large protests going on, vigils, demonstrations. I think that was just his daughter that we saw on the stand crying. Now, I remember we was having this conversation the other night, and you know, I'm trying to keep people from crying because I feel like when you got tears in your eyes, you can't see what's in front of you all the time. So we're gonna let the ladies, you know, cry and things like that. But the fellas, we got to get out here and fight the good fight. This young lady that was just crying tonight, that's
13 years old.
Yeah, that's her dad. She could be crying for the rest of her life, and that's very unfortunate. The young lady that was crying the other day, it was because of bullies, not because she lost her dad. It was because she tired of these people bullying her. And no matter who you are, we gotta stop these bullies, man. So the questions that remain as far as this investigation goes is exactly when and how the knife was used. Because, you know, we see people don't get shot and, you know, approach police officers with knives all the time. They just don't have our skin color. They don't look like us. And whether additional de-escalation options were available. Did they have other options other than to shoot him? You know, could they have done something else to restrain or to keep him from doing whatever it is they feel like he was doing? And one notable aspect of the case is that Madison police officers were not wearing body cameras, y'all. So think about this, man. Y'all ain't know this. Think about this part right here. If we didn't have these civilians out here fighting the good fight, always pulling their phones out, always being nosy, right? Because we be trying to tell people keep going, don't stop traffic on the freeway when there's an accident. Hey, pull out your phone. Pull out your phone. Think about George Floyd. If we didn't have that footage where people pulled their phones out. Again, in this situation, none of the Madison police officers were wearing body cameras. So much of the public understanding has come from bystander videos. It's all bystander videos, all witness recordings, not the police warrant footage. So keep that in mind when we, you know, having these discussions and stuff, man. You know what I'm saying? That's it.
What I'm saying, Martin, how can 4 police officers, when they go to work in the morning, automatically they're supposed to put the body cam on the same way they put the gun in the holster, same way they put the bulletproof vest on. So when 4 police officers don't have a body cam, which they did have a body cam, and what they did is dump the body cam and lied and say they didn't have one on. Because they would show the body cam, ain't nobody cut nobody with no knife. Stop all that. Here go a man on a bicycle, 4 people with a big old gun. I got a knife. Come on, stop it. Stop it, man. That's a bunch of buffoonery.
Minister, this is the nature of the systematic racism that is performed.
And cut him out again. Oh, boy. Boy, this government.
Hey, the thing is, you know, we touching on some topics and some points and some angles that everybody else not doing. You know, everybody not talking about the fact that they didn't have their body camera on. And you just pointed out that they probably did have it on. They just told us they didn't have it on because the evidence is right there.
Thank you, Brother Martin. They not gonna show them body cam. The body cam gonna show ain't nobody cut nobody. The same way they lied on that girl and talking about Donald Trump. The president of the United States of America said that the girl run over him so bad they had to rush him to the hospital. And then the next day, the man ain't never been to the hospital. Then they say he had internal bleeding, Marcus. The man ain't had no internal bleeding. Ain't been to no hospital. If he did go to the hospital, he must have went to see his auntie, his mama, or somebody. I mean, they consistently lie. We talking about the president of the United States of America told this lie. Then the attorney general, then the vice president. These people here lying. So when the top people lie, it trickle down. I told Captain 2-3 months ago, a lot of people don't know psychiatry. They don't know nothing about behavioral health. They don't know nothing about a psychosocial assessment and genetic. When the top people lie, talking about the president of the United States, he ain't my president, y'all president. So when the president lie, it trickles down to wicked people, people that's weak, and people that's already got systemic racism. So they took Donald Trump was Israel, because Donald Trump ain't but a flunky and a robot, and Israel controlling him. And that little punk money he's stealing, he's going to hell with a gasoline jacket on. He's going to get indicted for it. So again, these people are devils, man. And Jesus called them out. In John 8:44, read your Bible. Jesus said, you not of my father, you of your father, the devil. And the lust of your father you should do. He was a murder bold, not the truth. And there's no truth in him. Jesus Christ said this. And no pastor has ever said this nowhere on the planet. Bunch of y'all cowards. That's what you really is. You scared. In Ezekiel 34, you clothed yourself, you fed yourself, but you have not fed the flock. You have scattered the flock because you Negroes taking faith-based money. And when you take faith-based money, you got to shut your mouth. You can't say Jesus a black man. You can't say nothing about Christmas and Easter. You can't say nothing. You can't say nothing about the food. You got to shut up, take the little punk money, and go to hell, you and your wife, with a gasoline jacket on. All you pastors that's doing this, you going to hell with Donald Trump. Yeah, you. Because you're a coward and you don't say nothing. Them little old Sunday morning disco, style show, political, same little old sermons ain't talking about nothing. Oh, 4,000 years ago, and shut up. You ain't talking about nothing. You ain't gonna say nothing about what the police doing. You ain't gonna say nothing about Donald Trump. You ain't gonna say nothing about none of them because you're taking the faith-based money. George Bush set you up with the faith-based money because they didn't want you to go to the Million Man March, so they come bought you out of there. TDJ, what's the name, had New Birth Church, Eddie Long, and he gone, trying to show his muscle to the little boy. All this buffoonery. All this buffoonery. Now Jamal Bryant, I'm calling you out. Where you at? Call me on 281-896-8215. Why you ain't working with me? I spoke to you at the church in Houston. Why you ain't saying nothing about Walmart? What's going on, Miss Moore? What are you doing? You didn't see this little baby unalive? You ain't gonna say nothing? Where you at? Where your mouth at? What's wrong? They got something on you? You ain't gonna say nothing? You gonna let Walmart call the police and they unalive this 1-year-old baby and you ain't said nothing, Negro? And you a big time pastor? Huh? At a big old church with thousands of people in it? And you ain't said nothing at New Birth in Atlanta? Come on, Jamal Bryant. They brought you out of Baltimore. They brought you up there. Where you at? You ain't gonna say nothing? I'm calling you out. Al Sharpton, you ain't saying nothing. And we know what you is. So why you ain't saying nothing? Where y'all at? And y'all supposed to be leaders for us, huh? Let me introduce you to who the new leader is. It ain't neither one of you two. Okay? Because y'all are Bible. Y'all just here for a minute, then you disappear. You're not here for your people. You're not. Where you at? The little girl just got through speaking. She's stronger than both of y'all. 13 years old. They unalive her father. For nothing. On a bicycle. And like Marcus said, they done lied on him. Talking about he done broke some stupid. What you said he did, Marcus? Marcus, what you say he did? Marcus ain't with me right now.
No,
So,
he said he looking in cars like he's gonna take something.
How you looking at cars on a bicycle? You can't ride a bicycle and look in the car unless you drive by the car and look in. And he ain't got nothing on the bicycle. He ain't got nothing on the bicycle, so what you shooting for? Pow him for. And then, I'm going to say this to you, Catherine. Don't you ever believe no 4 police went to work at the same time with no body cams on. They had the body cams on, okay? It's automatic. You have to put a body cam on. You put your bulletproof vest on, put your gun on, all your tasers, and all those nightsticks and whatever else you got. They have a body cam on. They took the 4 body cams out, and they done dispose of them, and that's what done happened. They're trying to, if you take a forensic, you'll find out they dispose of them. That's all, because they were
Hey,
telling the
Johnny.
truth of what they did.
Look, Johnny, you was asking about, what he was doing before. Cat just hit on it. He was, they say he was looking in cars, but he was just riding a bike. But again, the other car that came in that same area was somebody actually breaking into houses. You know what I'm saying? So again, they came with that energy. That was the energy that they showed up to him with. Now, I wanted to kind of respond to something you just said. You was like, why all these other pastors and the Reverend Al Sharptons and all these, why they ain't saying nothing? Man, they ain't saying nothing because they learned their lesson, Johnny. That's why. They learned their lesson, man. Look, one of the last big high-profile shootings that happened in Milwaukee, I don't know if you remember. I remember this, Jacob Blake, I remember this because it was during COVID, and I had never seen so many grown men crying on TV, like NBA players. Like, let me show y'all. So the NBA players was on TV crying to the media saying, can y'all please stop shooting us? It was like a lot of NBA players was crying because this is when everybody's wearing the Black Lives Matter stuff and all that. And what we did as a people was we took the side of Jacob Blake, and I guess they didn't actually get all of the story or something like that. So we kind of like jumped the gun and jumped out there prior to all the evidence coming out. But I still think we need to always stand for our people, right? But that Jacob Blake situation, if y'all remember, he was a 29-year-old man. He was shot 7 times in the back by the Wisconsin police. The incident occurred when the officers responded to a domestic violence situation. I don't know if y'all remember, he, kind of showed up. The guy was sitting in the car. I think they said he reached on the floor or something, and then they shot him like a bunch of different times. And the Milwaukee Bucks, the Milwaukee Bucks publicly condemned the shooting and called for accountability and systemic reform. A lot of the strikes, the NBA strikes was taking place, during the bubble, all for the Black Lives Matter reasons and stuff. And so a lot of things happened in Wisconsin. So that, again, people, when you go back to these same cities and states, they normally approach the situations different. So I'm sure a lot of the Black leaders, they want to know exactly what happened instead of just hearing about what happened before they start speaking their piece.
Brother Marcus, hear my voice if you choose. Me and you go way back, 30 years. Listen to me. I love you. I'm full with you. And you're very intelligent. I want you to hear me. The police is the worst now. Because when you blanket a police officer and you clean all their records for all the dirt they did, you got 50, 60, 70 police officers. Ain't gonna never do that. They don't come to work for that. But the skinheads and the Ku Klux Klan and them boys, they put on a badge and gun where they can take a gun to shoot somebody like me and you, unalive or pow. So again, brother, this is the worst time ever. Mr. Trump created this whole narrative when he came on and let them 1,600 Pride Boys out and then put the mask on him. You ain't never seen no police with no mask on. They put a mask on them because over half of them criminals. So they had to put the mask on them to mask them up. You can see they jump out boys, they jump in, they whoop the old woman, they unalived a girl, and shot a papa in the car, boy, a nurse, and he did nothing, had the phone in his hand, lied, said it was gun in his hand. We had the live tape. The boy helped 2 women up, they snatched him, throw him down, pulled his gun offside of him, and pow-powed him in the back 10 times, and the 2 people did it was Hispanic. How could they act on something when the same man is locking all their people up? So again, brother, this whole system is narcissistic, is a Ponzi scheme in a pyramid, and Donald Trump is being used as a devil with Israel that's controlling him And he is a puppet and a robot. So all this stuff is trickling down. America's tore up in these scary pastors. It ain't but a few of them real. Most of them been bought with the faith base. I want them to hear me. I wish one of them come over here and try me, or I come to their church. Because they know I know who they are. They cowards, man. They cowards. They're not going to say a word. Their mouth is closed. You see all these police unaliving our people, taking 1-year-old babies, taking 5-year-old babies, taking the 14-year-old boy. They ain't said a word. Just run over 2 children in Houston yesterday from Old Navy, $1 t-shirt or $2 t-shirt, whatever it was. And the police chasing them, and the little girl jump out the car and get run over. This is crazy. Everybody on the outside of America is looking in and saying, "Oh my God, ooh, I'm scared to go over there. Look at all that chaos." People looking at, look at us, man.
I mean,
This is
I
crazy.
understand what you're saying, Pastor, but do you remember Keith Porter? The story about Keith Porter? He was the young man that was pow-powed, unalived by an off-duty ICE agent in California. And
Yes,
then,
I remember that. I remember that you showed the tape on. We played it for a day or two. Yeah.
yes, and not saying that you were afraid, but you wanted to make sure that you had all of the facts straight before you actually came out publicly and spoke on it. And so I think that's you. And that's what, yeah.
But the reason why, Catherine, but when they, and I agree, but I didn't know nothing about that case. You did, and I believe in you, but my name is so strong for me speaking the truth. I've been doing this 35, 40 years before this TV thing even started. I've been a freedom fighter. So what I'm saying to you, Catherine, before I speak, I have to have the evidence. But these boys get the evidence, they still don't speak. This is what I'm saying. They know the evidence, and then they get on TV. Well, we don't want to say nothing about no race. What the hell do you want to say nothing about no racism? They took the phone. They took his keys. They went to a birthday. I went to some party. Then they went ate. Then call the mama. They delete the phone. What the hell you talking about? Ain't no racism. They not out there with the search crew looking for him. They left him. Then now we found out the grandfather told the police not to come. I told you day one that was systemic racism because I calculated it. When I calculate something and I see it, I'm going to say it. And every time I said it, and you've been seeing it for a whole year, when I say it, it's the truth. I ain't lost one case and won't lose one. This was systemic racism, and them 3 little boys had something to do with it. And one of them did the most, and the rest of them, they trying to cover up. And the mama trying to cover up. That's when they took the body part. Why you take the body part? You ain't seen no case. We had no case in America in the last 100 years where they took the body part. They trying to cover up for these children. They took the body parts. We now, when we know something happened to our child, we got to go get the body ourselves. I can go get my own son's body. We got to go get the body and put him in the back of the car, put him in the back seat, and drive him to D.C. Because they give him to one of these people, they done paid him. Go take his neck out, take his stomach out where they can find out. Every piece of evidence, Miss Catherine, they took out this child. So when they got to D.C., they say, but only thing they found was something in the back of his head where they could say, well, they didn't take this out. Yeah. And then the judge came on. You played it, Captain. The judge came on and told the people, a 6-year judge, say, this is enough evidence to call all 3 of them in and arrest them.
It is.
And he said it was unalive. He didn't say that. He said something else, but unalive.
I mean, but like I said, it's Mississippi, and I think Mississippi overplayed its hand this time. They've been getting away with the same thing for so long that they thought they were going to be able to ride this out. I don't know why they wouldn't have thought the kids getting lawyers and shutting off their social media wouldn't look suspicious. I don't know why they thought withholding evidence from the autopsy would not make them look suspicious. I don't understand. I don't understand.
Miss Catherine, excuse me, let me take a little bit further. How in the hell y'all been together 8, 9, 10 years, went through school, high school, all that, elementary, and then all of a sudden, y'all, that's y'all friend, and don't none of y'all go to the funeral?
That part. That part.
You just showed yourself guilty. You showed yourself guilty when you took the keys. You showed yourself guilty when you took the phone. You showed yourself guilty when you deleted the phone. You showed yourself guilty when you said, well, I don't want to talk about it because somebody may. You showed yourself guilty when you went to a club or two. You showed yourself guilty when you went out to eat at a restaurant. You never called the mama or daddy. You went home and went to sleep. They had to come in there, almost snatch the phone from you. And then when the mama finally get the phone, the next day, it's been deleted. And sent her son to D.C. because no Mississippi is Ku Klux Klan. So they sent it to D.C. When D.C. get the body, they say, it ain't nothing we can do. Forensic, ain't nothing here. They done cut the boy up inside. Every possible way it was to find out what happened with his body, they cut it out. That's guilty right there.
And I told you I have to find the tape. I meant to find it today where the the Cajun rescue team, I always forget what it's called, but where they offered the cadaver dogs to go out like immediately to sniff on the boats and such, and the police department there allegedly turned them away, declined the offer. So it's just a lot. It's a lot.
They declined the offer, Catherine, because they all work together. That whole, ain't nowhere in the world I can stay in Mississippi, because I'll be on national TV, because I go down there with 10,000 deep. There's no way I could be in Mississippi. All the states of the United States is racist, but Mississippi is one of the worst one. Then Louisiana. So when I went down there to do the funeral, soon I got through, I went right on back to Jackson, got on the plane, and got up out of there. I'm driving down the street. I would never drive at night. Yeah, I'll just wait for daylight. Because I already know what I'm about to do. I know what I'm about to do, so I ain't gonna drive. Not at night. Unless I got a white woman in there that's driving me with a gun on her badge, say she taking me to the airport. So I already know. I know what they're trying to do. So I'm not gonna put myself in a position. I would never drive at night in Mississippi. No way. I get a room and go to sleep. Immediately.
Different. The deep South is different. Every time about Texas is the South. No, that's the South. That's the South.
Texas is bad. It just ain't bad as Mississippi. It's bad. Right. But I know a lot of police here in Houston, and a lot of them ain't with that. We got about 15, 20% here, but a lot of them ain't with that. So again, my beloved, this show, TikTok, we have proven again, and like Catherine said, we ain't gonna let it go. We not gonna let Karmelo go. We're not gonna let we're not letting this go. All you cowards, you coward pastors, you coward activists, you that's cowards, I'm only speaking to the one that's real. The one that's real, you real pastors, we love you. Freddie Hain is real. Pastor Miller, when I need him, he coming. Pastor Jay, when I call him, he's coming. Bruce Wright, if I call him, he coming. Church from the Wall, he's coming. I got a few pastors I can call. My son, Pastor Abram Bynum, he's coming. I might have 20 of them I can call. Willem, he'll come. So we need some pastors to come together and help us stop this foolishness. Ain't no sense to keep on having church every Sunday and we unalive and like a bunch. We just every week, every day, they taking our life. They unaliving us. And we up here talking about something in church that's way off the line. You have to speak, pastors, what's relevant to the day. Stop speaking out of season and speak on time. That's why so many people commit suicides. Unalive themselves.
Unalive themselves.
So this why all this going on. People drunk, full of alcohol, hookah pipes, people depressed. And on Friday, everybody dressed down now and go to happy hour where they can be happy for an hour.
We got to keep an eye on the time, Minister.
Yeah, I think it's, let me get out of here. What time is it? Where we at? Let me get out. You need to show a commercial. Show our commercial. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for tonight. TikTok, I'm going to speak to you when she turn off. We appreciate you. Y'all can see I'm very upset. So I'm in San Antonio and I'm upset. I'm leaving here from Austin back to Houston. I'm not playing. I'm trying to raise $25,000 so we can go down there to Mississippi. And I'm taking some police with me. I'm taking some police with a gun and bag. I'm not going up in Mississippi with nobody ain't got no gun. I'm gonna have some police with gun and badges when we pull up in there. So we're gonna spend about $5,000-$10,000 for police to go there. I'm not going down there because I'm not scared of you, but I already know you're gonna make me do something. Then I wind up on the road somewhere. So no, I ain't gonna let you trick me out of my life. I'm gonna bring some police with me so we can go down there and do this thing right. Or do I ain't coming? I ain't coming up in there like that. I ain't worried about you putting me on no tree. That ain't 5 of y'all can't whoop me, so I ain't worried about none of that. So again, when I do come down there, we're gonna have some police with a badge, gun, warrants, and all that, because them 3 boys need to be arrested. And their mamas and daddies need to be arrested for all that cover up. And that grandfather with his low down self, Ku Klux Klan, don't go to the boat. Everything is all right. It ain't sinking. It's my boat. We took care of it. Yes, sir, boss. We won't go. Lord have mercy.
But if the boat was sinking, don't they still need help? That was the whole thing. Your boat is sinking. Maybe I don't know enough about boats. But boat and sink don't go in the same sentence.
The dude was so strong, he told the police not to go, and the police didn't go. Don't go to my boat. It's my boat. Hear me, boy? You know I am. I'm Mr. Johnson, boy. When I say don't go somewhere, boy, leave it alone. We got to cover up this case when we throw this Negro in the water. That's all they were saying. See, I ain't scared to say that because I got the evidence. I wouldn't say it if I had evidence. I know that's what y'all did. And that's why y'all trying to come up for these boys. Because you want those 3 boys to go nowhere. You've been doing this. May God bless you. May God keep you. Captain, they habitual liar. That DA, she's a habitual liar. They liars. They Ku Klux Klan liars, Mississippi. And they took these boys' lives. Same way they did that 1 year. I give the case back to you. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank y'all for joining us tonight. Remember, if you're watching this on replay on Facebook, YouTube, Twitch, or clips on TikTok, please share, like, subscribe, and comment. As always, thank you for your support, and y'all be safe out there.
I am beautiful, proud. I must be respected. I must be protected.